Hey y'all, and welcome back to the channel. I'm so sorry that I'm behind on updating. My grandfather passed away last week and I had finals this week, so I've been busy with that and I haven't been able to record anything for you guys, but I'm back. And all the fish are doing fine. Haven't had any issues with them. Before you guys ask, I know that my hair looks really red right now. I haven't had it done for about 6 months. This is usually the way it looks. But also the lighting in the room is making it look really, really red, but it's not. So that's why it looks really different. But anyway, today's video is mostly about filtration and cleaning your filters. So I've noticed a lot on the Goldfish forum and on my Instagram that people, newbies mostly, and some more advanced fish keepers aren't cleaning their filters like they should. You know, I get a lot of messages on my Instagram from new fish keepers that are having trouble with their fish being sick and they're not sure what's causing it or what's wrong. And you know, one thing that I generally ask them is, how big is the tank? What filter are you using? And what is the rated gallons per hour on that filter? I generally also ask them how often they clean their filter and how often they do water changes. And I was kind of surprised to see that some of them didn't clean their filters at all, and the ones that did only clean them every couple of months. That is not in the best interests of your fish at all. So basically what a filter does, it's an excellent place for nitrifying bacteria to live. It also cleans your water, so it sucks all the water up, and it goes through your media, your filter pads, whatever you have in the filter, and it traps the dirt and the grime and the waste and all that stuff in there. So it's not in your water anymore, but it's in the filter, and the only way to get that out is to clean the filter. What happens when you don't is all that sits in there in the filter, and it eventually will break down and it can become very harmful to your fish. And it can, you know, cause spikes in ammonia and nitrate and nitrite. So you have to be willing to clean the filter as well. And you know, with my schedule, all my tanks get weekly water changes, and during that water change, generally when the water is draining from the tank, I will take the filters off and go rinse them and wash them out, and I'll show you how I do that in this video. But this happens weekly. I don't generally skip weeks. You're just gonna, you know, you could skip a week or so, but you know, I just rather do it weekly so that I know it's clean and there's not going to be an issue with my fish or my water quality later on. But enough of that. So here is how I clean the filters. So here is how I start. I've got my prime, my dechlorinator, I've got a towel and a pitcher, and this pitcher is only used for fish stuff. I don't use it for anything else. I usually use it for the filters themselves, but that is the only thing this is used for. Otherwise, my mother would have a fit. No, but seriously, that's gross. I also have one of these scrubbers. It's a baby bottle scrubber, and you can get these at Walmart in a 6-pack for a few bucks, and they come in handy, as I'll show you shortly. So these guys are getting their water changed today. They usually get them weekly. On Wednesday is usually their schedule, and they're chilling out there. So I've turned off the filters. Oh, and there's Alex. Hey, baby. You never get to see him because he doesn't like cameras usually. Hi. Oh. Hey. Hey, kitty. Oh. Here's my baby. Okay, so enough of kitties. I've got my lukewarm water here that has been treated with prime. Please do not add anything else. No soap, no nothing, okay? So this is 1 week's worth of gunk that I've got to clean here. And that's why it's so important to clean your filters weekly. They get really dirty. This is just the media that came with the AquaClear. And I'm just going to stick them down in here and wring them out. They don't usually get real dirty, but I just like to make sure that I get every particle I can. You can already see it's dirty. It's getting a little dirty anyway, just from that. I'll lay them on the towel and I'll go to the next thing. These are just my extra media. There's ceramic rings and bile balls in there as well. I usually put those in the pitcher themselves. I take them out of the bags and rinse them, but I did that last week, so I'm not doing this week. I'm just cleaning the bag, which usually gets dirtier than that, but I usually just wash it around and sling it out, and it usually does a pretty decent job. You can see it already looks a little bit cleaner. And I'm going to toss it and put it on the towel. And the next thing that you gotta clean out, it's really important, is your filter foam or your sponges. Those get nasty. You can already see just by me doing that how much gunk is coming out of them. I sometimes even clean those 2 or 3 times with clean water because they get so dirty. Especially if you're feeding gel food, they get really nasty. But I mean, just look at that water. It is disgusting. But I really hate to see somebody that hasn't cleaned their filters for like several months, because it cannot look good. It just can't. So yeah, look at that water. That is disgusting. So now there's always leftover water in the filter, so I'm going to dump that out. And I'm going to take the carrier out, or the holder, and I'm going to rinse it off because it gets gunk as well. Ignore me here, I'm trying to do this with one hand and it's kind of difficult. So I'm just rinsing that with the water I originally had, and you can see all the gunk that's coming out of that. This is just the holder for the filter media. So I just knocked that against the sink a couple times, and there it is. So I'm going to put it back, and I'm going to put my media back, and then next I have got to clean the filter itself. So I've taken the intake out, and I'm going to rinse it out. So I've taken it apart, and I'm just going to let hot water get in there to get all this gunk out. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Now if you've got any stubborn gunk, this is where this comes in. I don't know if I can do this one-handed, but I'm going to try. So if you got something like this, you would stick this in here and get all that gunk. Now that I've got both of those clean, I take this thing again and go around this. As you can see, that's extremely dirty, and this is only a week. So for the people, you know, that don't clean their filters that much, you're leaving all this gunk in here to like rot pretty much, and you're going to end up having ammonia, nitrite spikes if you don't get in here and clean this out. So while I did that, I killed some time, and I've got about half the water drained. So I'm gonna wait for the rest of it to go. I'll probably go down to about here, and then I'll fill it back up. I've also cleaned the gravel, and I will bury the bubble makers again, even though I like to dig them up. But here's a shot at everybody. And Sweet JoJo, and Spike, Cleo, Ellie back there, can't really see her, and Queenie. There's Ellie. When it gets down another 10-20%, I'll take my scrubber there and go around the sides, because I don't have algae eaters in this aquarium. And then it'll be ready to go. Hi, Garfield. Hi. Did you want to be on the camera? Huh? I don't think they've seen you yet. Hi. He's like, I just ate. Why are you filming me? Taking account that nasty water that you saw was just 1 week. That's all that was. I literally do that particular tank every Wednesday, and I film this on Wednesday. So that's just, you know, think about if you don't clean your filter, but you know, every couple months or every other month, think about what gunk is going to get in there. I mean, it's going to be a breeding ground for bad bacteria as well, and you have to take into account that that can cause, you know, bacterial issues with the fish. You know, you can have infections, and you know, you can have ammonia burn, and potentially end up killing your fish just because you don't clean your filter. It's a really, really easy thing, and just like, you know, changing your water, people don't know or don't want to do water changes with their fish, and when they get sick, they don't want to hear that's their fault. But you can't have fish without knowing the background. You really have to do your research, and water changes are a must, and cleaning your filter is a must as well, because your water may be clean, but you know, you've got all this stuff in your filter, and it's still going to circulate through your water, and it's not going to be good quality at all. In case you are one of those people that don't like to clean your filter, I hope that I changed your mind, because this entire channel is for the better interest of the fish, and they really are the least understood, goldfish especially. You know, they're the number one pet in America, and I would say at least 60 to 80% of the people that have them don't know how to correctly take care of them. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see y'all next time.